At the breakout for West Point when this game started. So, oh, West Point just getting. Oh, is he clean? Oh, must have broke off the bunker. I saw something spray. So did the player shooting for FAU at West Point here at the 50-yard line. The ref saw it too, but they went in there and checked them out. Must have come off the bunker.
Yeah, I only see 4 players right now for Florida Atlantic University, Matt. Not sure exactly why, but they lose 1 now, so I think they're down to 3, Matt, which is not going to be beneficial for their
Maybe
point here.
There was a penalty at the end of the last point that we didn't see.
There might have been.
Could have had some sort of gun problem to not get their other guy out. Not sure what's going on there. If they did actually start with 4. Again, I was watching West Point breakout, and I'm blocked out from the start station, so can't really see.
We'll have to table that and see what happened if we were able to get a chance. But West Point black at almost all the 50s right now.
Oh, there he goes with the dive into snake 1. Now he's going to crawl to snake 2 to join his teammates here near the 50-yard line. He does need to worry about the back corner bunker, who actually just got shot for FAU. Been playing against 4 players.
Yeah, they did play against 4 players.
It's going to help out a little bit.
I think that one bounced too. Oh no, it didn't, Matt. He got a shot in on a Matt from that tower. So losing 1 player. And I've seen things go south real quick here on this field for people.
So they're talking it up too. Some good communication with the 4 players left alive here for West Point. Snake player wrapping around. Snake 2 here trying to get the angle, and he ends up getting the drop on the player in the tower.
Well, he went to go turn, and when he turned, he stuck his shoulder out and he got clipped. So 4-on-1 situation, which is never really beneficial for somebody's health.
Like, why? Was it a mistake? Did they make a mistake? Did they get a penalty that we didn't see? And it looks like Chris is going to try to find out for us, but oh, that's been playing with 4 players. That's ridiculous. It's like we used to joke back in the day that the Russians, in their heyday in the mid-2000s, and they're actually in their heyday again right now, and one of the teams that could win Texas, coming off their win in Europe. But we used to joke, oh, they should just start with 4, because every time that they would go on a penalty, they would win the point. Maybe not every time, but enough times that
enough times to make it a joke. Yeah, it was a joke. Because they came out, they'll shoot 2. Plus, they took Dorito too, Matt.
Yeah, UNT Green, remember in the last point, they had the D side completely blown open and ended up making a mistake over there, getting a little bit greedy, and that cost them the point. So now,
there's that bounce shot we're talking about, Matt. He's trying to bounce it in.
I'm glad that somebody here in the college paintball tournament is trying the bounce shots.
Yes.
We haven't really seen any attempts at bounce shots all weekend long.
That's the first time
that we've seen. I'm sure guys have been trying them, but nothing blatantly obvious that would cause to draw our attention. That's Huey in the center. He's trying to rip that shot. But we
fill out to that corner and just got clipped going out there. But he didn't take. Oh, now the Dorito guy goes down, Matt.
So this has been the story. 2 points in a row here for UNT Green. They take great positions. They create an advantage, and then they lose gunfights or get shot in their moves.
They did not see him go in the snake, Matt.
So now another one coming off for UNT Green. So the only 2 players left alive are over here at the 50 and at the snake 2. Now Akron Zips trying to put the 2nd point on the board here. And diving into snake 1.
By Akron Zips.
Akron looked composed.
Yes. So
I think that's the best way to describe what we're seeing at Akron, because even though both points, UNT Green got the better of them in the initial 45 seconds to 1 minute and 30 seconds of each point that they had, Akron Zips stayed very composed in that pressure situation, made the correct gunfight decisions to work those bodies out, and then close the door on that point to take the win and move on.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, Akron Zip, unfortunately for UNT Green, they did play a great tournament, so hats off to you guys as well. We'll see you next year, boys. Best of luck for you in the future. But up next, we have University of Maryland Red, the Terrapins, against Texas A&M.
Texas A&M got the first one. This team's going to be switching sides, so Texas A&M will be on the right. Terrapins, the Terrapins will be on the right, Texas A&M on the left.
And here we go. Going big up the middle, Maddie. Nice move at the middle.
Yeah,
that's the same thing they did last time, Matty.
Callan again, but Callan's going to get a referee chasing him down in here. Check out his front. But Texas A&M tries to fill into snake one for the back corner bunker, and he gets shot on the transition.
That was a big bite, Matty, especially when somebody's in that tower. It's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah, there were players looking that way, so.
And it's really early. Yeah, but.
Callan is alive, though, after getting checked out by the ref, and he's trying to control that D side. That's been that angle we've been watching for the majority of the tournament. Sometimes guys go in here and they look towards the snake side, but for the majority of the time, those players will get in there and then they have a really good shot trying to stop the forward progression on the Dorito side of the field.
Absolutely, you know, and Callan did play good. He has that support guy in the middle, so if anybody tries to come get him, he will be able to live. As long as he stays his lane, but here he comes wrapping the snake side because nobody's over here, Matty, except for the tower.
Yeah, Callan wrapping around, trying to get a shot on that tower. The tower gunfighting with him, trying to keep him honest in here. He does have a back player. The back player is at the tower. There's no one out wide for either squad. Callan is the whitest body over here at the 50-yard line in the brick for either team. A little penetration on both, on the Dorito side for both squads. They're at D2. Both teams are actually mirrored up perfectly on the Dorito side. D2 in the back corner bunker.
They really need to try and get out to this corner, Matt, for Texas A&M. You know, nobody's really looking over here.
All four guns for Maryland is looking towards the D side right now.
Yeah, the only person looking toward the snake side is the guy looking over Callan. But I'm not sure if he can see the guy going to the corner.
Well, yeah, and for the past 20 seconds, he's looking towards Callan. He doesn't have his gun up that way. But before, he was shooting down the sideline. So now they have one gun looking towards the snake way, three guns towards the D side. Trying to hold that player at D2 for the Aggies. He made that move, and now he's standing up tall. He realizes that no one is really looking snake way as dedicated towards the snake. Everyone's looking towards the D side. Now Callan has switched towards the snake side. Oh. And they're going to get a shot on the Aggies in D2. Number 11 taking the walk. So now just three players alive for the Aggies. They have a point on the board, though. And like you said, Chris, must-win situation here and don't have a lot of points to work with in this five-man format.
But only a minute 34 left in this game, Matt.
Yeah, and if you're just joining us, we are in the Class AA, and here comes a move from the Aggies. Going to go all the way into the snake one. Got picked up as he dove in, but able to get in there clean. There's a bold move. We'll see if it plays out for him.
I'm sure Callan's going to want to try and come get him.
Callan's got to be careful because
he'll get blown to
within
pieces.
that lane. Yeah, Callan takes one step out of that bunker here to try to bunker out the snake. He's going to get shot.
Yes, absolutely.
Time ticking off the clock. Just a minute and 8 seconds to go.
And I think that's all they're doing is they're just trying to lock it down, Mac, because they already have 1 point.
60 seconds.
You just ask, can I run the snake down?
As long as that tower stays over here. But he keeps on switching. It's the minute he looks the other way he's going to go.
Yeah, the back corner bunker on the D side is also looking towards the snake way to protect the player in snake one. Oh, now a fill out wide. That's actually going to help.
That wasn't terrible. Yeah, that was not terrible. It
wasn't terrible, but he's going to have to wrap around now. So the tower actually is going to be able to have a little bit better job to protect Callan. Oh, not anymore. He died in his gunfight.
I don't see this happening, Matty. I just think this is going to be a no point.
I think we're going to see a no point as well, too. 23 seconds to go.
Oof. That guy moved to the 50 and about took his head off.
So it was
Hernandez.
It was a 4-on-3. Now it's a 3-on-3 situation. Better field position, but just no time left. Callan's going to give something. Half of his loader comes off on the dive in.
Nah, you don't need that half.
The time's going to expire.
No points. Overtime.
Interesting.
Yes. Hey, but you know what? Hernandez and Texas A&M knew they were on their heels a little bit. He got in the snake to keep him honest. Then the backfield the corner with number 45, which is a good move. I mean, you didn't like it very much, but I understand.
No, I get what you're saying too. Yeah, you want to keep outside contained. I just thought that
he'd probably been better off protected the tower.
Yeah, because Callan really, even asked his back player, "Can I go run the snake down?" And from that tower, he would have been able to shoot. I mean, there's the pin there, so there would have been a little protection for Callan. But regardless, it was a stalemate point, and they're going to have to play another one. So
I think what happened was when Callan asked him if he can run him down, I think he looked out to see if he could, and he got shot. It's unfortunate. I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at the situation.
Yeah.
So.
And also, Callan did lose that back player. So.
Yeah. That did not help the situation.
No, it did not.
So FAU taking on Army West Point Black.
FAU in the blue and the black. Again, only with 4 bodies. They've been playing with 4 players this entire tournament because that's all the guys they had to work with.
That's unbelievable.
So, people would always joke about that, like,
Yeah.
I'll go play them.
Yeah.
We'll play them 2-on-5.
Yeah.
And then FAU actually shows up to the tournament with just 4 bodies. And they made it to Sunday. They do need to win this game right now, though, as Texas A&M has a point on the board, and they do not.
Florida Atlantic definitely has a point on the board. But they take that center 50 again, Matt.
Yeah, FAU keeping all 4 of their bodies alive. They did not shoot anybody, though, so it's still a 5-on-4 situation. Army West Point Black.
I'm not sure if they know he made it to that 50 or not, Matt. Nope, they did not. Now he knows he's there, but he did not know he was there before. Oh, and they lose another player, Matt. FAU, the back Dorito corner going down.
FAU, does lose that body, so just 3 players left alive for them and on the defense. West Point trying to spread the field, get to the back bunker on the snake side. He makes it clean. Still has his teammate Moran up in the center at the 50-yard line. Brick looking towards the D side. There is no one on that side to shoot anymore, as the only 2 players left alive for FAU as another body comes off are the back bunkers, the tower and the back center can.
They got to keep it, they got to cross it up for sure, Matt. I mean, that's the only thing they really have, and they're both looking snake side, which is not the best idea. I mean, you got to put the cross up at this point, and just hope for the best.
Indeed.
So Army West Point Black coming down the Dorito side. That's probably where they're going to win this point from.
Yeah, West Point's talking it up, trying to figure out where these bodies are. Luton's going to make his move to the can. That's kind of a tough spot, actually, because he's going to get that crossfield shot from the Dorito side.
Yeah, he's probably going to get pinched out here a little bit.
Well, West Point needs to move up a little bit more because Luton's is not shooting his gun because he has to stay as tight as possible. He's going to have to eventually get his gun up in some ways, either on here on the snake side, and yeah, Luton's does get pinched out.
I don't think he knew the guy was in the corner. I think he was trying to come out here. Oh, there goes another one.
Yeah, so now that the 2 bodies have come off, even though it was a valiant effort here with just the 4 players they had this tournament.
There goes. I think I've seen him do that 3 times this weekend. He's like, "Are you kidding me?"
It's the same guy from yesterday. Yesterday when West Point was playing, he did it the proper way, crawled all the way down the snake, and his teammates stole all the kills in the center.
Good game by. Hey, they had 5 alive right there though. Army West Point Black looking good.
Yeah, so they are going to take down the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU, get knocked out of the tournament. So the only game still going on here in this quad split deck is the Maryland Terrapins Red taking on Texas A&M Aggies Maroon. Aggies Maroon with the point on the board and with the advantage. So far, the Milwaukee Panthers moving on. Knocking out the Tampa Spartans. Army West Point Black also moving on. We just saw them knock out FAU, the Owls, and the Akron Zips taking the victory against UNT Green, which was kind of a tough loss for UNT Green, Chris, because I feel that they had the advantage off the break in both those points. They just squandered it.
Yeah, no, it's very unfortunate. But that's why they're here. I mean, live and learn. Some people play better on Sundays than others. A lot of people have been to the show before, so they know how to handle the pressure. And, some people just buckle sometimes. But overall, I mean, everybody seems pretty red.
I like how you use all 3 of my names. Call me Maddie, call me Matt, just call me Matthew.
I called you
was
Matthew.
like, where's my mom? Is my mom around somewhere?
I did call you Matthew yesterday.
Did I do something wrong?
I did. I caught
you just
myself.
call me Matthew right now.
I know, I'm sorry. I get excited.
Chris, we've known each other forever. You can use all 3 of those names. It's totally fine.
I know, I appreciate you.
I need to start calling you like Chrissy and Christopher. And
I just get excited. I'm sorry.
It's all good. You can go for it. Call me Matthew if you want.
I did catch myself yesterday. I was like, ooh. So
Maryland's still here in stake 1. Is that another body coming off?
That's another body coming off.
Aggies got a rough go of it here with the lead. because they have that 1-0 lead after a no point. Maryland trying to save themselves and put one on the board to tie this game up. Past the 50-yard line. I really like what we've been seeing out of this Callan kid.
Oh man,
this
yeah,
guy looks good.
He does. He plays it the center really well. Man, it's just
Aggressive-minded.
amazing. Yes, amazing.
So now also Callan's going to get a little help as his teammate right beside him here at the 50 brick. They're both looking towards the Dorito side. There's no one in front of them. There goes another body coming off here for the Aggies. Not looking good for him here in this point. Looking like Maryland's going to tie this one up. Callan just has to worry about this tower, and he's going to try to crawl around. Yeah, you want to stay a little lower than that, Callan, but he still makes it clean. The tower player missed a shot as he came around snake 3 into snake 4.
But the good thing is he's just hooking up all these guns right now. Nobody's even paying attention to anybody else. Oh, there's only...
And his teammate is creeping through the center, exploring the possibilities here. This gun up. I mean, there's still 5 players left alive, so... Oh, and he checked off and maybe was going to run that center route, decided to come back, and then that body comes off for Texas A&M. Maryland going to clear the field, and that is going to do it. Close
Well
game
played.
here, Chris.
Well played. Well played, boys. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players alive. Well controlled, nice tight playing paintball, and Callan was way up there.
Yeah, it's a perfect point.
Point approved.
So we're going to have...
Game finished.
I said game finished. Did they take the win then?
I don't know.
know.
I never
Give each
listened.
other
I never
props.
listened to Siri. But good job right there. Texas A&M, man, just took a couple bad shots in the break, and
Yeah, maybe Chris, ask Tracy real quick, our scorekeeper, and see what the deal is with that one. So we're waiting to hear who's going to be taking the victory in the Texas A&M Maryland Terrapins, as they both have a point.
So what's the deal?
We're waiting for seating, and then we're going to get started. We're scheduled to start back up at 9:30. So, do you know what time it is?
Did Texas A&M make it, or you're not sure?
9:30, you said?
I'll wait. Just let me know when you can.
Do you have any information for us, Chris?
So we are actually getting reseated right now. As soon as I get that information, we will figure out who's going on.
Yeah, well, Maryland also were walking out like they were ready to, or a couple of them at least, like they were ready to play another point here.
So we're scheduled to start back up here at 9:30.
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back here with the quarterfinals. I'm Matty Marshall, Chris Lasoya, 2019 NCPA National Championships here in Orlando, Florida. We'll be back.
Lord have mercy.
Lord of mercy. So yeah, now we just need to know who plays who. I think I probably should use the 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, be careful of the puddles back there. Sorry. You can make the porta potties. We'll wait for you.
There are porta potties.
Yeah, I'm not walking all the way the fuck over there.
Oh, not
Like,
this.
what? But seriously, why would they not leave 1 or 2 right here? He dropped them all off.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about that.
In case it rains, maybe.
Yeah. Good point.
Whoa.
Good point.
If it rains a lot, this whole area, bro, this entire strip was just ankle deep mud. The day that it rained, it was literally, I mean, there's just standing water. This whole area, dude. It was nasty.
That sucks.
It was like Texas.
Oh God, that sucks, man.
Yeah, the internet went down for a little bit, but it got recorded, so you'll be able to see it. It's not lost.
Hey, Rail. So Milwaukee plays Rutgers. Army plays Texas State. Akron plays Embry-Riddle. And then who made it on for Maryland and Texas A&M?
Maryland, Ohio State. By time?
Time.
Got it.
Well, now we know.
Mind if I ask you guys something?
What's up, dude?
Is there any chance you guys can, I can help you guys out with my name? My parents keep calling me up like, yo, they keep calling you moron or.
No, we didn't say Moran or Moran. I said Moran is what I. That's what I was trying to say, Moran.
That's what we say.
I was like trying to get it right, but Moran, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'll do my best.
I could have swore you said Moran.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
I
We'll
might
make
have
sure we
said,
get- we'll
I
get it
might have
right.
said it wrong the very first time, and maybe that's what they heard. But I mean, I try to get it right as many times as I can.
No worries, brother.
Yeah,
No worries.
Moran.
We said Moran. I could have swore we did.
I thought.
I could have swore we said Moran.
Yeah, I thought we did too.
My parents are calling me up to eat post. Fair enough.
I mean, this is 5-man parlay. It's probably people really watching.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you come over here a little bit instead? Oops.
That's saying something, right?
Yeah. I have to go get this massage tomorrow. Yes, sir. Sit back.
We can't really sit back. There's a wall here. We'll do our best, dude.
Like this? Oh, okay.
So welcome back, 2019 National Collegiate Paintball Association Championships. I'm Matty Marshall with Chris Lasoya, and we're now past the Ochos. We're heading into the quarterfinals. Right now, it's going to be, again, a quadruple split deck, as the players, or the teams that got the buys, Rutgers, Scarlet Knights, they're going to be taking on Milwaukee, the Panthers. They made it past the Tampa Spartans, so that's the first set, our first game. Then we also have the Texas State Bobcats. They're going to be taking on West Point. The Embry-Riddle Eagles will be taking on the Akron Zips. And the Ohio State Buckeyes are going to be taking on the Maryland Terrapins Red, Chris, who made it in, even though both of them and the Aggies had 1 point. The Maryland Terrapins won their point quicker, as that is the tiebreaker in this race to 2 / best 2 of 3, however you want to call it. So we're just a couple seconds away from heading into the first point here between Rutgers, the Scarlet Knights, and the Milwaukee Panthers Black. Milwaukee going to be in the yellow and gray and black over on the right-hand side, and Rutgers in the red and black and white over on the left-hand side. Here we go. 5 minutes on the clock. Again, it's a best of 3, and the first to drop a body is going to be Rutgers. They're kind of stuck in the pocket, Chris, not really taking much ground. The one guy trying to take ground was trying to get out wide on the D side, and he got shot.
Yeah, unfortunately, and look for a 777 up here on Wisconsin-Milwaukee to get up in the middle again. He's doing pretty well up there. So, and they also get on the D side, Matt. Coming this way on the snake. Big bite over here in the snake. Now they're in some serious trouble for Rutgers.
Yeah, University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee now just crawling forward aggressively past the 50-yard line.
They didn't even see him, Matt.
He's got to stay low. Yeah, it's probably one of the better little 3-4 packs that he was able to get, or that we've seen, period, here out at this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he definitely took full advantage of what we talked about all weekend.
30 seconds.
And you know, I'd like to see somebody go a little further, but he played it safe. You know, he got in there.
Yeah, I mean, I think a little safer would have been going into the next notch of the snake. But
Yep.
hey, effectiveness is all we need out here, and that was a very effective move. Obviously, as he got a 4-pack to close it out. That was a dropping of the ball though from Rutgers, because they were not putting any pressure on him over here.
No, well, I don't think they didn't see him go in, which does not help the outcome at that point. So here we go, Texas University Bobcats against Army West Point Black. Army West Point Black in the right. Here they come all the way through in the break, Matty.
Real quick move.
I like that.
For the Bobcats.
Oh,
and they're
and
gonna
a
see
major
penalty
penalty.
on West Point, and that's going to send a body to the box. Actually, it's going to, sorry, no, it's 5 man. It's going to pull out 2 bodies. In X-ball, it's just 1. He goes in for 2 minutes, but here in the 5-man, it's standard penalties, majors 2 bodies, and minors 1.
So that one move right there, Matty, took out 3 people. He didn't shoot them all, but because of the spin, major penalty.
Yeah, Texas State University Bobcats looking real good here in this first one. They did lose another body though, so it's just 3 players left alive for them. So it's a 3-on-2 situation, which isn't completely out of hand for West Point. If they can win a quick gunfight. The problem though, Chris, is
I wish he wouldn't have went to the corner, Matt.
yeah, I mean, they have no spread of the field at all. They are all locked in those back spots on the D side, and that's not how you want it to be if you're in a low body situation. He's going to try to improve his position a little bit and get up into D2 as the Bobcats are now spreading the field.
Yeah, you know, I think he was more running away from the ref because he didn't want to get pulled on that major penalty. But look at the move on the snake.
Keep going.
Yep, he has that front pack style going on.
Do not do that. Oh, Lord have
Matt.
mercy. That was bad death over here for Texas State, as all he had to do was just crawl all the way to the very end of the snake, and he would have been able to get those crossfield shots. Instead, he stands up at snake 3, and then instead of utilizing the bunker to make his forward progression, he just literally runs right into that street.
We've said this time and time again. I mean, I was hoping somebody would listen. Oh, no. Shot, now it's a 2-on-1.
Now it's a 2-on-1, so
Look at Army West Point Black.
Yeah, Army West Point staying composed here, looking at a low body situation, and ended up getting a kill to turn it into a 2-on-3, and then now a couple quick kills, and now it's a 2-on-1 in favor of Army West Point.
They need to spread the field, though, Matt. I mean, they're kind of they can't really do it now because he'll get shot. But I mean,
The best teams in the world, and I'm wondering if we're going to see some low body magic pulled off there. We'll see. We've seen a decent amount of it here. At
this is a
tournament.
Britnikoff kind of field, like we talked about, because he's like 4 foot tall. You can't see him. He can run from one side of the field to the other. You never even see him coming.
Yeah. The Russians are going to be a big, I wouldn't say the favorite, considering, obviously Heat Impact and the other top teams, but man, they coming off that win from Europe, and the way that this field is, it could be a real good field for them. We will see. Have to wait a couple weeks.
I think there's going to be some surprise wins on these fields, for sure. So you got University of Akron Zips on your right, Embry-Riddle Eagles on your left. Big bites for both teams going to the snake, Matty.
Both teams make it to the snake off the break clean. 5 alive for both squads. A little bit better field spread here for the Eagles, as Embry-Riddle now pushing up into D2. There's no one on the D side at all for the Zips. Now going into snake 2. So the Eagles, good cross field spread. Player in snake 2, D2, and also making out to the back corner bunker behind the D2 player. So nice breakout here for Embry-Riddle.
Absolutely. They're kind of in the driver's seat, but Akron Zips also not in terrible field position. Oh, but look at this, man. He's been making this move all weekend. He's been playing this pretty well. He gets up there. He knows how to get there.
We've seen some pretty decent snake play in the 5-man competition. And he's getting closer here. Oh, but both teams losing a body. It's 4-on-4.
Oh, man, he blew the shot, Matt.
This player for Akron Zips must hear that gun. He's got to be careful, though, as here's a back player. He rolls out. Might have shot that back player, and he did. What a beautiful job by the player here in the snake.
Absolutely. Now, watch for Akron. He's going to come get this kid for sure.
Another body coming off for Akron, so the body's dropping back and forth, and now there's just 2 players left alive for the Eagles. Here on the left-hand side of your screen, player at the past the 50-yard line screaming bloody murder, and should run the highway. That'll work too. But now it's going to be a 1-on-1. 2-on-1 actually, so that's still a nice run through here. I really like how number was hot. D2 was hot for the Eagles, and they had 5 bodies alive, but just a real solid, composed point from the Akron Zips to take the lead here early.
Well, they blew the shot on Huey in the center too. I mean, he had the whole body and he just missed. That would have made a little bit of a difference, you know, mentally, especially in the snake. You're probably going to trade with the snake then, but you know, whatever. Points over. Come out next time. Do a little different. Do a little better. The Ohio State Buckeyes taking on University of Maryland Terrapins, who are playing pretty dang good right now.
Yeah, the Terrapins squeaking through the Aggies. Really like what we've seen out of Callan.
Yep. He's making that pretty easy, man. You know, he makes it look easy. Nobody going out wide. And if Callan, he shoots the corner guy. Oh, and he shoots the other guy filled out, Matt. That was his whole job. He shoots 2-pack right there.
And then he immediately goes past the 50-yard line, and now he's going to lock up to try to protect that snake side.
Yeah, they're in trouble now.
The thing is, though, when you shoot 2 bodies off of one side, typically you don't need to switch your gun to the other side. What you want to do is continue to wrap around on that side.
Correct.
Because if you do that quickly enough, I mean, at one point in time, all 3 of these bodies over here for Ohio State University were all looking snake side. So Callan did have an opportunity to go even farther up the field. I'm not knocking him at all. It was a beautiful. Using that pin to block out D3. 2-pack for him here to flip the script on this point.
Is that Ruda?
Yeah, it's Ruda. So now the Ohio State University just needs to relax in here. He has 3 minutes to work with. He's going to get the free kill, as still no one on the University of Maryland is looking here snake side. It's a 3-pack, 4-pack here for Ruda. So Ruda just won this point pretty much single-handedly by getting into the snake. So
that was awesome.
It was great. Great job. But there was a couple opportunities for the University of Maryland to shoot Ruda out, and they did not do that at all. And Ruda just went bunker to bunker, no one putting any pressure on him, and shot everybody.
Well, here's the thing: is that they called
Ruda wasn't.
Right.
So,
on to the next. Rutgers on your left, University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee on your right. Pretty much similar breakout for both teams, Matt.
Yeah, pretty close here, but it looks like Rutgers going to be a little. Okay, I was going to say now they have it almost exactly the same in the center here. Both teams have a body at the 40-yard line wedge. University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee there again in the yellow and black. Doubling up that back center still. Both teams have that player at the wedge. They're going to lose a body pushing up on the D side, though. Actually, no, lose 2 bodies, one from the back center and that player that pushed into the Aztec. Here they come to the 50-yard line, though, as the Panthers black, as they have the first point on the board, so they just need one more to move on here into the semifinals. But down to 3 players. Referee's going to come in and check out one of the players here for Rutgers. They're in the red and black. It looks like he's clean. Might have got bounced. Panthers, they have a body still in the cake and in the tower. They are crossing it up. So a better crossfield spread here for Rutgers as they now have a body in D4.
So time winding down. It's half of this point is over, Matt. The sun keeps on coming and going, so it's got to be messing with the vision a little bit. So 2:30 left in this match.
Well, it is a must-win situation for Rutgers, even though they got the bye. Milwaukee put up the first point. And Rutgers now way past the 50-yard line here and on to University of Wisconsin side of the field in this 2-on-2 situation. Now here comes a move out wide as University of Wisconsin gets right up on him and gets the drop on him.
That was a great shot.
And he didn't have to trade his body, so it's now a 2-on-1.
Way to spread the field. Well played. They're playing pretty good, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, they were playing on their heels for a little bit after losing some, and I was a little scared for them because they were trapped in the center. Rutgers was out a little bit wider than they were, but that player on the D side really just took control of that point.
Point approved.
That was
I think
Seggers.
No, this is the number 31.
31?
31 was on the D side, Matt. That's
Val.
Vale?
Yeah, Vale.
Vale. Good job, Vale.
Yeah, Vale really stepped it up for West Point here, Chris.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've called his name and number a lot of times this weekend. He's fast, too.
Well, this has been his go-to move. They send him up in the center, and he either shuts down the D side, but now wrapping around here on the snake side, and
I
get
like
a body
this.
out wide on the snake side.
It's the same move every game. They do the same thing, and he'll come up in the snake. I mean, they're playing really well, man.
Yeah, they are. He's fully committed Moran has fully committed here to the snake side.
God, that snake dive does not look like any fun.
So, yeah, no, it doesn't. It's real sticky over there. We've seen multiple
He
guys.
doesn't know he's there, Matt.
Here comes Ramirez. Ramirez might have got clipped from the D1 player. There's lots of great shots on that D side from that 50 brick. Moran is now going to look that side, and
they don't know each other's there.
Yeah, they do not.
That's always fun.
Oh, Ramirez is going to get the shot on the snake player. Ramirez could wrap around here. Don't go that way. He just got bounced in his shoulder. Yep, that's the way to go. He's going to shoot Moran in the back, and now no one's looking this way. Oh, one player actually is the Dorito side player. D2 looking this way. Ramirez just needs to chill out right here. Actually, nope, he's just going to go right back to the center.
But he didn't see the guy move to the center either.
Yeah, there was no one on this.
Pretty good about noting somebody on the other side of him.
Kid, hit the deck and crawl all the way to the end of this snake. There's no reason you do not need to gunfight from position. This is the lower percentage play. You're just locked in a snapshot battle, hoping you win. He does win it, so give him his props there. Wins the gunfight. Cross field with the Dorito. Still has to worry about that back corner bunker.
Yeah, like you said, Matt, there's no reason for him to be sitting there right now.
Yeah, Sterhoff in here in the snake for Texas State University. Last player is going to get run down as they have players to work with, so.
Well played.
Yeah, they needed that one. Going to tie it up here 1-1.